Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa D'Amico, and I have the great pleasure of speaking with artist Elaine Schloss. Hi, Elaine. How are you?
I'm fine, Lisa. How are you?
I'm great, and I'm so excited to talk to you. I have been a fan of your work for a very long time.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I've got questions. Um,
Okay.
and for me, as a viewer of your art and a lover of your artwork, my first question is really about your process, because
Mhm.
I'm very curious about how you work and how you create your final pieces. Is there
Mhm.
a sketch process? Do you work from models, photos? I'm all ears.
Okay. I want to back up to when I started when I was like a little girl, and I
Sure.
used to copy pictures of ballet dancers, and that was my art, and then I progressed to pastel art. I did mostly pastel and mostly very realistic work. And I'm telling you this because it evolved kind of strangely. And because um, I I spilled a cup of coffee on 20 vellum pads, and the art supply person, the store owner, was kind enough to sell me these pads for $15 each instead of the $30 that they were. But I had 20 pads and pastels, and I didn't know what to do with it. So I started using the pastels on vellum with a turpentine wash, and it gave me a very bold, it solidified the pastel, it darkened the pastel and made it a powerful image. And I became attached to the powerful image. So now I evolved from that, from the very realistic work to a semi-abstract. I think you call it expressionist. And what that is a direct connection between me and the model. I only paint live, and um, I'm into the model's emotion. I have a favorite model, and she's so in the moment. And when I'm really, really on in my process, I'll be doing her shoulder, and she goes, mm. She move her shoulder, and I say, now I'm really there. I'm really, really there. I work very quickly. I can't if I don't like the results, I can't go back into it somehow. And so the process is very quick. It's very emotional. It's very intuitive. And when I'm really, really into the model, um, the time goes by, and I wake up like half hour later, and there's a painting on my canvas. I'm sorry, it's such a long answer to your
It's a
question.
great answer. I'm
Uh,
riveted. This is wonderful.
Thank you.
That now, I know you do a lot of models, like you said, but you also do a lot of still lifes, and I'm a huge
Mhm.
fan, especially of your florals.
Oh my goodness. Well, the story is the pandemic. I only paint live. I can't paint from a photograph. So what did I do? I couldn't have a nude model. I couldn't have I couldn't have any model or go anywhere. So I began doing botanicals, and it's kind of evolving my style a little again because they're much more dimensional. They're and they're much more cerebral because you can't commune that much with geranium, you know. But but I actually do. I actually, I have some flowers in the house, and when I go by and they're being beautiful, I say, "You're beautiful," and they smile at me.
You know what? There is an emotion and there is a movement to all of your work. Even
Uh,
your botanicals, like you're saying, they
yeah,
they really communicate with the viewer.
thank you. I'm
Yeah,
glad. I'm glad to hear that.
I love
And
it.
I think that art, it's like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it, did it make a sound? If a painter paints a painting and nobody sees it, it's not complete. It's only complete when the other person feels it and takes it in and responds to it.
That's I think you've articulated what most artists feel. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
I have another question because
Yeah.
I do not know about your professional background. Are you
Ah,
self-taught? Did you attend any art schools or art instruction?
well, I studied with two wonderful artists, with Ken Nishi, who is a local and kind of world known artist. He passed away recently. And Roger Hendricks, who taught at SUNY Purchase. But I didn't do that until I was about 40. Before that, I was just self-taught. But I'm also I'm a writer and an actor, and I think that influences the drama of my painting. I like power. I like color. I like line. Strangely, my one of my favorite artists is Mary Cassatt, and she's the opposite. She's tender and delicate and beautiful, and it shows the wonderful emotion between mothers and children and everything. I admire her and I love her, and I don't paint like her, but I do love her work.
I can see between you and Mary Cassatt that connection of color, and I can also see that connection of emotion, and you're both very cerebral painters.
Mm.
I love
Thank
it.
you. Thank you for saying.
Thank you for what you do. Thank you for letting me talk to you. This was wonderful.
It was wonderful. I had such a good time. Thank you.
Thank you. And I recommend to everybody listening and watching to see more of Elaine's work. I promise that it will change you in the best way possible.
Wow.
Thanks, Elaine.
Thank you.